Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I am in a new location. So it is the same room, but I have a new background and a new setup going on. So I really hope that you guys liked it. So in today's video, I am going to be creating this like bronze glam makeup look. If you guys want to see how I created this look, then just make sure you go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so today for primer, I am going to go in with this Too Faced Peach Perfect Primer. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that on my hand and just rub it in all over my face. This primer is really good for keeping your skin matte, but it doesn't make you feel like dry or crusty or anything. It really just like keeps your makeup on all day and helps you from getting like really oily or anything. So I am going to be going in with more of a dewy foundation today. So I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Natural Beige. And I'm just going to pump some of that on my hand. And I'm going to blend all of that out with just my beauty blender. So I'm going to dab some of that on my face. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out. This foundation is really pretty. Honestly, it was the only one that I ever even wore, but just since I've gotten more into makeup and have tried some new stuff out, I haven't been using it as much, but I do think it is really pretty. Today, I'm kind of wanting to go with more of a natural look, so I think I might just leave one layer, and then I will just go in and spot conceal with a few of my favorite concealers. So to spot conceal, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Neutral. And I'm just going to put that anywhere where that foundation didn't cover up how I needed it to. So this concealer is not like the exact same as my face, but it's a little bit darker than the concealer that I'm going to go in and highlight with. So I'm going to go in with the Cover FX Power Play Concealer in the shade G Light 1. And I'm going to put that under my eyes, and I'm going to add that on the tip of my nose and also a little bit on my forehead. I think that all of these products combine together really nicely, and they do leave you with a really pretty finish. I do find myself having to blot a little bit more often when I mix the when I use the Too Faced foundation and the Cover FX concealer, but it's Do you guys prefer a beauty blender, or do you guys like the Morphe sponge or Real Techniques, or what is like your favorite sponge to blend out your foundation with? I honestly really like the beauty blender, but I do kind of feel like it's overpriced just because you can get like a Morphe sponge or something for literally like $8, or I'm pretty sure they're like $7. And then like any other ones are literally under $10. So I really do like the beauty blender, and I feel like it blends everything out really nicely. But I do feel like it is overpriced for like no reason, because you can literally go get like almost the same product from like a million different brands for like so much less. But since I have it, I do like to just use it anyway, so it doesn't like go to waste. So as you can see, that is a pretty full coverage combination that I've got going on, but it's nothing too crazy because it does blend out and it looks really nice. It's nothing that you would look at and be like, oh my gosh, she has on like so much makeup. So to set today, I think I am going to go in with the Patrick powder from MAC. I've used this a few times since my last video, and I honestly really like it. It's honestly one of my new favorites. But I also do really like that Huda Beauty setting powder. Let's see. This one, the Huda Beauty in the shade Pound Cake. This is a really good powder also. But just since this MAC one is new, I do really want to like try it out and get a lot of use out of it. If they are going to be making this like limited edition like they did last time, I just want to make sure that I use it as much as I can while you guys are still able to buy it, because I don't want to use products and be like, oh my god, this is so good, and then you guys not even be able to get it. So I really want to make sure that I use this as much as I can in the Christmas season, since that is when this collection is available. And then once it is sold out everywhere and they aren't making it anymore, then I guess I will stop using it on my channel, just because I don't want to use things that you guys can't get. So I have been trying a new thing. I've been trying to like bake my eyelids just like I bake underneath my eyes, Not as much, but just a little bit, because I do feel like my eyelids are pretty oily, and so that doesn't really work well for setting powder like eyeshadow on top of it. But I think whenever I've been like baking like on my eyelids, it's worked out really well, and I feel like my eyeshadow does stay on quite a bit longer. So now that I've got all this bake on, I am going to take this Morphe Y3 brush, which is just a tapered powder brush, and grab some more powder and just put that everywhere else that we're not baking. So I do want to make sure that I've got powder everywhere, but I don't really like to bake my whole face, because under my eyes and just in this area right here is the only thing that creases or gets oily. My smile lines do crease pretty bad. Honestly, my smile lines crease worse than my under eyes. And so I just like to make sure that I bake right there to try and lock it in place longer. So later on tonight, I am going to see Christmas lights. So I think I want to go with something a little bit Christmassy, but also neutral. So I might stick with some brown tones, but go in with a little bit of glitter or something like that, just so that I do have that sparkly, like Christmassy look without it being anything too crazy, because I do have some other stuff to do for the rest of the day, and I don't necessarily want like bright red or like green eyeshadow on for the rest of the day whenever I'm like running errands. Christmas is honestly my favorite holiday. Well, I take that back. Christmas and Thanksgiving are my favorite holidays. I love Thanksgiving because of the food, but Christmas has like really good food too. But obviously I love giving gifts, and who doesn't like getting gifts too? But I love getting gifts for people. I've honestly been Christmas shopping for everybody in my life since probably the end of October. And so literally the underneath of my Christmas tree is filled with gifts for everybody in my family and all the kids that I watch and everything. So later this week I'm going to be giving all of those to them, and I'm so excited for them to see everything that I got them, because I take my Christmas shopping really seriously, and I looked at everything on their list and like narrowed it down to make sure that I was getting them basically exactly what they asked for. So I'm going to make sure that I get some good Instagram pictures and stuff like that, so I can post them and show you guys their reaction whenever they open everything that they've got. So today for bronzer, I'm going to be using this Morphe Highlight and Contour palette. What is it? The 8H. So I think this is the darker one of the two, but I am just going to be taking the shade Debutante, I think that's what it is, and Blogger, which are these two right here, and I am just going to go ahead and bronze up the face. I honestly have so many Morphe products, and I do think they're like the best brand for the price. Like seriously, they're like so cheap, and they have like such good products. I honestly don't think I have like ever tried a product from them that I don't like. And I've tried a whole bunch of stuff from them. I've tried at least one of everything that they have, and I have multiples of, obviously I have like a whole bunch of their eyeshadow palettes. I have 2 of their face palettes, and then I have quite a few of their lipsticks and like lip glosses and stuff. And so I do really like them. I know that people like always say they're like overhyped, but for the amount of money that you pay for the products that you get, it's like really bomb. So I do think that, I don't really think that it's overhyped like people tend to say. So to contour today, I am going to go in with the shade Donut, which is right here. It's just more of an ashy tone bronzer. And I am going to take that on my Morphe Y9 brush. And to contour, I really like to just kind of like pull my hair back right here so I can get a good like grip on my hair and kind of make my cheekbone more like prominent so I can really get underneath it. I always say I'm going to go for something natural, and here I am like contouring the crap out of my face, but it's fine. Or what is your favorite part about Christmas? Do you like to give gifts? Do you like to receive gifts? Do you just like the season? Do you like the lights? What's some of your favorite stuff about the season? I know that's like a really hard question, because there's like so much stuff about the holiday season that is so fun. I just went to New York last week, and that was like my big Christmas present this year. For my parents, and so going and doing that, so I don't really know what actual gifts I'm going to be getting this year, but if you guys would like to see like a what I got for Christmas tag or something like that, that is totally something that I could do too. So for blush today, I'm going to go in with another Morphe palette. I am going to be, what palette is this? The 8W palette. So it's just got all these blushes in it. They're all really pretty. I've honestly used all of them. This shade right here is like an exact dupe. It's the shade Witty for the NARS Orgasm blush. I have that right here. I'll actually swatch those for you so you guys can see how similar they are. So this is NARS Orgasm right here. And then this right here is Witty from Morphe. So those are seriously so similar. I wouldn't say, I said an exact dupe earlier. They're not like the exact same, but they're pretty close. So yeah, this entire palette from Morphe, which is, like I said, the 8W palette, is only $20. And this NARS Orgasm blush, if you just buy the blush, and I mean a palette is more expensive, so if you just get the single blush, it is $30. So yeah, like I was saying, Morphe is such a good deal for like such good products, literally. So my favorite blush in this palette is this shade right here, MUA. It's just kind of like a mauve-y, like brown tone. Honestly, it's kind of a bronzer shade in my opinion, but I really like it as blush. So I'm going to take that on this Morphe Y4 blush brush, and I'm just going to put that on the cheeks. So now I'm going to move on to highlight. I think I'm going to go into this Anastasia Glow Kit. This is just the Sugar Glow Kit. This is like an oldie but a goodie. Everybody loves this palette. Anastasia highlights are seriously bomb. So I am going to go in with the shade Butterscotch right here, which is just kind of the more golden tone in the palette. Do you guys think that highlight is going to stay in trend like this for a long time? I honestly don't know, because I feel like it's been so hyped for like so long that soon it's like bound to go out of style. But I like love highlight. I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to stop loving it. So now I'm going to go in with Marshmallow, which is just this really, it's basically white in the palette. And I'm just going to take that and put that like right on. That just adds like a super pretty like glow to the face. And I'm just going to take whatever is left on that brush and kind of run it everywhere else, because I do want my skin to be really glowy. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and I'll be right back. So up close you can really see how good this foundation, like face routine, makes your skin look. But anyways, I am going to go in with this Morphe M441. All my brushes are really dirty right now, but that's fine. And I am going to go in with this shade right here. It's just like a matte tan shade. And I am going to put that through the crease and just kind of lay that down across the lid. So on the topic of Christmas, what do you guys do with your families for Christmas? Do you guys do anything fun? Do you guys just stay home? What do you guys do? My family all goes over to one of my aunt and uncle's houses, and we do like gifts with our family, and we do like dinner and all of that. So I've got that all blended out, and now I am going to go in with this shade right here, which is right next to it. It's just kind of like a pukey brown shade. And I'm going to take that on this Morphe Y17 brush, which it's a little bit smaller and it's a little bit more like sparse instead of being super like dense like that brush was. And I am going to take that and I'm just going to pack it on the outer corner. So now I'm going to take this Morphe Y15, which is just an even bigger fluffy brush. I'm just going to kind of blend out the top of that just to make sure that everything is all blended together. I'm not even sure what I'm going to call this look. I don't even really know what I'm doing. I just like grabbed this palette and figured that I would play with it since I haven't used it in a while. But I'm just wanting to do something more natural today. I don't even know what I'm wearing to go to Christmas lights tonight, so I don't want to do like a colorful look and then have those colors not match the outfit that I am wearing. So that's why I'm wanting to stick to something more neutral. Lately I've been playing with a lot of color, which is really not like me, but I've really been liking the way that it's looking. I usually stick to like browns and stuff, but I've kind of been going into more like purples and pinks, and I like it a lot. But browns, neutrals, kind of my thing. That's what I usually stick to. So now that I have that down, I am going to go in with this shade right here. yeah, this palette is only $25 and you get 24 shades in it, which is really nice. It's honestly such a good deal. I just totally realized something. All of these Morphe palettes, this one was like 24G, that like contour palette that I was using was like 8W. All of those numbers are telling you literally the amount of shades that are in this palette. The fact that I just counted that, I can't. Okay, anyways, yeah, but this palette has 24 shades for $25, so that's less than $1 a shade, and they are so pretty. And these pans are huge, so you are definitely getting your money's worth with this palette. I didn't even tell you guys what brush I'm using. So I'm using the Morphe M330, and I'm just packing on that darker brown shade. I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that like pukey brown shade and kind of like blend it on the top. I feel like I'm kind of losing that color as I'm blending this darker brown shade. But I want it to still be there, so I really want to make sure that I'm keeping that. And I'm going to grab that same M441 that I was using and pick up that first like tan shade and blend over the top as close to the brow bone as I can get. So something like this really is more of my like everyday makeup look. I love to play with color and stuff, but if I'm just like going to dinner or going out or something, I really do like to just stick to like browns. But I know this isn't like what everybody would wear for like an everyday makeup because it is kind of a lot. But I really like to play with makeup, and so this really would be like an everyday look for me. I don't even really feel like there's any makeup that can't be like an everyday makeup look, but that's just me personally. I would totally wear, I mean, I say totally, I do wear like purples and pinks and greens, literally anything out every single day. Whenever I was in high school, I was always the kind of person like would never like do something like that just because I didn't want people to like judge what I was doing or like judge the way I was doing my makeup or something. But now that I've kind of like grown up and out of that, I just don't really care anymore, and I just do whatever I want to do and don't really worry about what people think about me, because I mean, I think that I'm good at doing makeup, and so I want to be able to use those skills and teach other people on YouTube and just be able to express myself the way I want to. So I feel like doing your makeup is one way that you can do that. I don't feel like I ever do anything that's like too crazy, but a lot of the stuff I do, I mean, in high school I barely even wore any makeup just because I didn't want to wear too much or like have people be like, oh my god, why does she have so much makeup on? So now that I am out of high school and like moving on with my life, I guess you could say, I've kind of gotten to the point where I just literally will do my makeup however I want, whenever I want, and just wear it all day, every day, and not care what anybody says about it. As you guys can see behind me, I got a new setup for my videos. So my boyfriend built me a huge mirror that I've got behind the camera right now, and it's got light bulbs all down the side with the light shining on me. So it is perfect for videos and doing my makeup every single day. And I've got just like a white desk underneath it. So as I was saying earlier, this is something that I would wear just like on an everyday basis. But I know that some people wouldn't, so I am going to just go ahead and call this video like a neutral glam look, because it is very glam. It's like smoky, but it's still like natural-ish, just because the colors that we're using are nothing too crazy. I think I'm going to take this shade right here and kind of pop that on the center of the shimmers that we've got going on, just to add a little bit more dimension to it. Spray that one more time, and I'm going to just put that right here. Yeah, this color is so pretty. All the shades in this palette are honestly so good. I don't even think I've ever used a Morphe palette that I've been like, okay, I don't like this. Everybody knows like the Jaclyn Hill palette was really good. The James Charles palette is like amazing, literally. I don't even know how there's like drama or like controversy going on about that palette, because I've used it multiple times now, and every single time that I've used it, it has been so good. So once I've got those shimmer shades on, I am going to go back in with this like lighter chocolatey brown shade right here on a Morphe M431, which is just a pencil brush, and pack a little bit more on and just kind of blend out those edges. I don't want like a harsh line between where the shimmers start and the mattes begin. So I just want to make sure that that's all blended out. So now that I've got those on, I'm just going to grab my M441 one more time with no additional product on it and just kind of blend through that. So that is the eyeshadow look all completed. I am going to go ahead and add on a little bit of liner and some mascara off camera, and then I will be right back to finish off the look. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and applied the Kat Von D liquid ink liner and the Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara, which both of these are really bomb products. This eyeliner is the blackest, like best eyeliner I've ever used, and this mascara is pretty good too. I'm just trying to get some use out of it before it dries up. I have used better, but I do really love this. So now that I've got that all on, I think I'm going to actually go in and add a little bit more bronzer. I do feel like I'm looking a little bit washed out just with what I've got on right now. So I'm going to dip into the Natural Face palette from Too Faced, back on that same bronzer brush that I was using earlier, and just kind of mix the shimmery shade and the matte shade together and just kind of bronze the face up a little bit more. I always feel like when I do dark shadow, I do kind of have to go overboard with the bronzer, just so I do look a little bit more tan. And while I've got that out, I think I'm going to dip into a little bit more blush also. So I'm going to pick up Pink Sand right here on a Morphe Y9 and just add that onto the cheeks. Again, nothing too crazy, just to add a little bit of color and life back to my face. So I'm going to finish everything off with this Morphe Prep and Set. I'm going to be extra and add just like a little bit more highlight. Dip back into that Sugar palette from Anastasia and just kind of dab a little bit on my cheeks. Nothing like too crazy, but just enough to give the skin a little bit more glow to it. So for lips today, I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Uncuffed. I love her liquid lipstick formula. It's matte, but it's not really drying at all. And this shade is so pretty. Like literally, if I was a lipstick, this would be the shade that I would be. So it's got that like matte, dry down feel, but there's like basically, like you feel like you have nothing on your lips, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the completed look. So I definitely feel like this is more bronzy than I was going for, but I love the way that it turned out. This is just a really simple look that you could do. I took a lot of steps to create this, but you could do this in probably like half the steps, honestly. But it's just a quick, like easy bronze glam look. So I really hope that you guys liked it. If you did, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe down below. I will be doing a huge giveaway on my channel next week, hopefully by the end of this week, but definitely next week. I'm going to be giving away ColourPop, a whole bunch of ColourPop stuff. So I've got palettes, lipsticks, eyeshadows, highlighters, brushes, and a makeup bag also. So I've got lots of good stuff going on my channel really soon. So if you guys want to be informed whenever I post that video, just make sure that you hit the notification bell down below. And I really hope that you guys like this video. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and come back for the next video. Bye guys. Thanks so much.